Watch his tail. Tux! Alright guys, what is up? My name is Khalil and it is a beautiful day today. Oh, you guys can barely see me, there we go. It is a beautiful day today. It was sunny just a little bit ago, now it's cloudy, unfortunately. But guess what? Spring is right around the corner. Everything is thawing. The temperature is perfect today. It's nice and cool. Cool to the skin for me, but I already got used to the winter weather. But, so I have a Volvo S60R from the year 2006. It has a turbocharged 5-cylinder. Yes, you heard right. It is a 5-cylinder motor. It makes 300 horsepower from the factory. Right now it has full bolt-ons and should be making just around, around like really close to 400 at the crank. 400 at the crank. And the objective from this series will be to shim the motor. Shimming the motor basically puts, we put shims in between the slits between the cylinders because from detonation, heat, or just over boosting, these blocks tend to crack because they are bored out from a 2.3 liter to a 2.5. So the cylinder liners are actually very thin to the point where they would crack. Not all the way down, just like on the top of it, so that would start make you lose compression, lose coolant and whatnot. But it happens. The same thing happens to the Mark II Focus RS in Europe. Those ones also have the same motor that is in this car. Yeah, so I will be taking you guys through like a little, adventure and explaining what I'm doing exactly on how to shim the block. I won't be showing most of the basic stuff. I'll be going through most of the important stuff. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to take off the serpentine belt. You're going to need a T60 Torx driver, and then you're going to put it down in here. Zoom in for you guys. Put it down in there. There, you see that little hole on the serpentine belt tensioner? Once you put the T60 driver in there with your ratchet, you're going to rotate it clockwise, and then it'll release the tension off the tensioner, or off the belt, sorry, and you'll be able to pull it off here from the power steering pump and snake it through. You're gonna, you have to align cam gears with the crankshaft wheel. So you're gonna need a 30 millimeter socket right there. Put it in, rotate it until these are lined up. If you look closely right here, there is a little notch. You see that? Right there. Right there. You see that? On the gear, that little notch has to be lined up vertically with your cam gear cover. You can see those notches on the plastic up there. This is actually useful, it's not just cosmetic. So once those are lined up, these two are lined up, they have to be lined up with that one down there. So you can see the little slit. I'll explain to you on my tablet. So that little gear right there behind the wheel that you just saw is this thing right here. So this notch has to line up with the one that's on the block. So that notch right there has to line up straight with this thing right here. So once these two are lined up, and these two are lined up together, all three have to point upwards, you are good to go to use the cam locking tool and the cam cover locking tools. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a T25 right here on a small ratchet to loosen these guys up. And then the ones on the other side are going to be T40. There we go, it's loose. This does have a sensor in it. It reads the speed of the cam, I think. There we go. Get out slowly. Zoom in for you guys. Oh, that's the max. Could use my other lens. All right, so after the caps are off, you're gonna have to use a 10mm. There's a bolt in there. It's a 10mm. There we go. One is loose. So what I do is I just put these in the caps that I took off, and then each cap gets zip locked into its own ziplock, and I'll mark it down with one of these and with one of these. All right. So once you got the crank lined up, all you gotta do is grab your cam locking tool right here. Made these bolts. Same as the ones that come in the kit, but I also added these spacers so it can make it easier. So just insert them each slowly. Make sure the teeth are lined up on the bolts. Put them in just a bit, just so you can get the teeth for the cams in. Same with the other side. All right, so that's not going anywhere. Tighten them, not too much, just. Also, don't forget to take these guys off. All right, guys, so it's been a pretty eventful day. We got a lot of stuff done, everything out of the car, and tomorrow I'm gonna be taking the cam cover off and the timing belt, clean the cam cover, and hopefully I'll manage to take the head off, including the turbo. And then probably by tomorrow or the day after, I'm gonna send the turbo out to Duke City Turbos in New Mexico, and it's getting hybridized with a 71mm compressor blade, and it's getting some CHRA work. And during that time, I'm going to be working on the fuel pump and mostly the fueling system. I'm going to be redoing the methanol injection system, and that's about it, really. So thank you for watching, guys. If you guys like the video, obviously hit the thumbs up button. It'll definitely help my channel. If you guys want to see any more content, check out my Instagram page. I'll post it in the description or like right here somewhere. Keep an eye on my story. I post a lot of stuff on my story, and check out the photos I have on my Instagram. They're definitely nice, so check those out. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Assalamu alaikum.